Hello, good evening, lovely, lovely people. Very nice to see you. Very nice to have you. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good week so far. You've had a productive week so far, and hopefully all of you are well, yourselves, your family. I truly hope that everybody is okay and well. Very nice to see you all. Thank you all for joining me again. Thank you for giving me half an hour of your Sunday as you usually do. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I hope that you're all well. And good evening. Okay. Right. So I know that a lot of you have been listening to the news, different channels, different websites. So I'm going to treat tonight's lesson politics free. Yeah, we're going to have a politics free lesson, even though that's what everybody is thinking about. I'm going to leave it out of the lesson, so we're not going to get involved in anything political, please, for tonight's session, please. And we're just going to be focusing on the lesson. This is for a few reasons. One of them, I think a lot of people are quite stressed and worried enough, so I don't want to add to that stress. The second one is we don't want to start coming up with our own analogy, our own idea of what could happen. We don't want to do that. We don't want to start creating stories. And thirdly, I want to give you a rest, because I'm sure you, like lots and lots of other people, you've constantly been watching the news all day. So this is going to be a politics-free zone for the next half an hour, if that's okay. Okay, right. So I hope you're all well. And hopefully, yes, it's going to be a good session today. What I did during the week, I put a story on Instagram. And I think it was about penguins jumping off an iceberg into water, into the sea or the ocean, I can't remember. And they were lovely. And the caption was, "I can't take my eyes off these gorgeous creatures," or something like this. So my sentence was negative. And then I gave you lovely people 3 options to choose if you want to agree with my sentence. So I said a negative sentence, "I can't take my eyes off these guys." And you want to say that you are the same. You can't take your eyes off these lovely, lovely creatures either. Yeah. So you want to agree with my negative sentence. And I gave you 3 options. The first one was "me too." And that's wrong. We only use "me too" if my sentence is positive and you want to agree with me. So if I say, for example, "I think today is really cold." Yeah, I think today is really cold. And you want to agree with me, you would say "me too, me too. I think today is really cold." So I've said a positive sentence, you want to agree with me. That's when you say "me too." If I say a negative sentence, and you want to agree with me, you would say "me neither." Or in America, they say neither. In the UK, the pronunciation, we say neither, although we use both neither and neither in the UK and the US. So "me neither." When I say a negative sentence, you would say "me neither." So when I say "I can't take my eyes off these creatures," I can't take my eyes off these creatures, which is a negative sentence. If you want to say you have the same feeling, you agree with me, you would say "me neither, me neither." Okay. A lot of you have sent me questions over these past few days. "Layla, what's the difference between me either and me neither? Or me either and me neither? What's the difference between these two?" Unfortunately, amongst native English speakers, you will hear a lot of incorrect grammar. If anyone is listening to me from inside Iran, you might think, "What? Native English speakers don't make mistakes." You'll be surprised. Native English speakers make lots of mistakes. People who live in English speaking countries, hopefully you will agree with me that you've heard native speakers for any English speaking country. You know, it doesn't have to be the UK, the US, Canada, we're talking Australia, New Zealand, even in countries where England is English is spoken by a lot of people, talking like European countries, or even some of the Arabic countries where English is spoken a lot, you will still hear English speakers making mistakes. This is one of the mistakes that a lot of native English speakers make. Instead of saying me neither, they say me either or me either. And grammatically, that's wrong. Okay. If you want to continue saying me either, that's your choice. But grammatically, it's incorrect. The correct version should be me neither or me neither with an N at the beginning. And that is if you want to just give a short answer. Somebody has said to you, for example, I'm not hungry. And you say me neither or me neither, short answer. Okay, so that's when we use neither or neither. I'm just going to stick to the British, neither. I'm not going to keep saying neither or neither. Neither is American. So that's when we would use that. When do we use either? We use either when you want to give a choice of two options you want to give to somebody. Okay, or if in a negative sentence you want to use either in a negative sentence. So if I want to give a choice to somebody, I want to, for example, somebody has asked me for directions from here to London, and they want to say, Layla, I want to drive to London. How do I get to London if I want to drive? I want to give them two options. I can say you can either take the M40 all the way down, which is very smooth, or you can take the M1. These are names of motorways, aren't they? Or you can take the M1, which you have lots of cameras and it's not very smooth. So that's where I'm giving two options. You can either take the M40, which will take you to the heart of London, or you can take the M1, which will take you down to London as well. I've given two options. That's where I use either. And with either, we use either first option or second option. So either or, that's how we use it. You can either take the M40 or the M1. That's when I give two options. That's when we use either. So neither is when you want to say negative, me neither. You don't like it, I don't like it, yeah, me neither. If you want to give two options to somebody, you use either or. So that's how we use that. So hopefully that's clarified a little bit. And then me too is always for a positive sentence. Okay, lovely. Right, let's get on to tonight's lesson. Now, usually when a lot of you write to me, you're either asking a question or you're passing a lovely comment, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. You have very nice things that you say. I really appreciate it. Usually when I answer back, I answer with the word lovely. Okay. And some of you have asked me, Layla, why do you answer with lovely? What does that mean? Lovely in the English language can have different meanings, and it can have different functions as well. A lot of people who are learning the English language, they learn lovely as an adjective. A lovely girl, a lovely house, a lovely dress, a lovely top, a lovely hairstyle. They learn it as an adjective. But lovely can have other functions and other meanings as well. Excuse me. And we're just going to go through those other functions as well. Some of these might be familiar to you, and if they are, well done to you. That just shows your level of English. If any of these are new to you, very good. Again, you've learned something new tonight, hopefully. This is going to be recorded, and again, like all of my other lives, it will be on YouTube by the end of tonight, and I'll share the link with you in a story tonight. Okay, so neither nor, yes, that's another one. Neither nor, yes, that's in a sentence. Neither nor is in a sentence. Either or is going to be in a question. Okay, so what I'm going to do, please, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to turn off the comments for two reasons. Firstly, so I don't get distracted, because whenever I see a question, subconsciously I have to answer the question, unfortunately, and I don't want to get distracted from what I'm saying. And secondly, I don't want it to be distracting for other people either, if that's okay. Okay, let's go. So the first one, the first instance where we use lovely is to use it to call somebody, to use it to name somebody. So if I see you on the street, I'll say, hi there, lovely. Hi there, lovely. Yeah, hi there, lovely. So instead of saying your name, I use the word lovely. Hi there, lovely. And I am a girl, obviously. I can use it with a man or a woman. Usually men don't say this. Usually it's women that say this. Usually it's not a rule, but usually it's women that say this. I don't know if there are, I've talked about this in my culture course as well. There are some parts of the language that are used more by men, and some parts of the language that are used more by women in English. Let me come back to the comments and see what you guys think. Does this happen in Farsi as well? Is it the case in Farsi where there are some words and some part of the language that are mainly used by women and not by men? Like this example I just gave you, if I see you on the street, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, I'll say, hi, lovely, how's it going? Hi, lovely. Do you have this kind of thing in Farsi as well? Yes, someone says no, someone says definitely. Yes, yes. So there are, yes, okay, okay. So it looks like there are, yeah. Okay, so women say azizam more than men. Okay, azizam, that kind of thing. Qashangam. Okay, so thank you so much for answering, by the way. I love this interaction. So, fantastic. So, for example, azizam apparently is something that women might say more than men, possibly. Yeah, gulam, ishqam. Okay. Thank you for that. Fantastic. So this is something that you are already familiar with. It already exists in the Farsi language. Fantastic. If you are joining this live and your first language is not Farsi, if it's a different language, because I know there are other nationalities that are joining as well. I've got people from Arabic countries and from other countries as well. Thank you for joining. I want you to think to yourself as well, in your first language, is there any part of the language that is used differently between men and women? Because that's an important point. So usually we say, hi, lovely. Hi, lovely. That's one function of the word lovely. Okay. The next one is if you want to talk about an experience that you've had. So you've been to a friend's house and you want to talk about the food that your friend cooked. The food was lovely. That's your experience. You recently came back from holiday. The holiday was lovely. Yeah. The flight. Oh, the flight was lovely. You're talking about your stay at a hotel. The hotel was lovely. Customer service was lovely. The shower. I'm such a stickler for shower. The shower was lovely. The view was lovely. The train ride was lovely. The drive was lovely. So when you're talking about your experience of something, when you have experienced something, that also can be used with lovely. Yeah, obviously you enjoyed it very much. So those are two functions for lovely so far. The third one is instead of saying thank you. So instead of saying thank you, and this is what I do a lot, I just say lovely. Yeah. So sometimes you lovely people will give me a very nice comment. Thank you, Layla. Thank you for explaining. Love your stories. Love this, that, and the other, which is very nice of you. And I will just say lovely. I will say lovely. And that means that's a lovely comment. It also means thank you. That's my way of saying thank you. So if you see me responding to you by saying lovely, that's my way of saying thank you. Okay, and that's what we use. So thank you, another way is to say lovely. If someone holds the door open for you, if you want to leave or enter somewhere, you say lovely, which is another way of thank you. If you see that someone's done something for you, they've done you a little favor, they've tried to help you in any way, again, you can say lovely, which is another way for saying thank you. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, fantastic people. I'm trying not to say lovely all the time. I'm trying to come back to you. Is everybody okay so far with these 3 functions of lovely? It hasn't finished yet. So far, we've had 3 functions for lovely. One is when we call someone, hi there, lovely, how's it going? Hi there, lovely, you know, good day. Another one is when you're talking about your experience, and the third one is instead of thank you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Lovely of you. Yeah, kind of you, lovely of you. Okay. Have a lovely day. That's an adjective. Very good. Very good. I'm very well, Hamid. Thank you very much. How are you? Lovely, lovely, very good. Lovely teacher, thank you. So that's the adjective, yes. So if somebody says lovely, that means everything is good, or thank you, or great, or any of these as well. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so another version for thank you is lovely. Great. Let's go to number 4. Let's say you want to agree a time with somebody. First, let's talk about work, and then we'll talk about non-work as well. Let's say you want to agree a time, a place for a meeting for work, okay? You offer a time and place, the other person comes back, either accepts your offer or rejects your offer, and they suggest a different time. When both of you have agreed on the time and place, then you can say lovely, I'll see you, for example, the time and place that you've agreed, yeah, and the date that you've agreed. Lovely, I'll see you tomorrow. Lovely, I'll see you first thing. First thing, that means early tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Lovely, I'll see you the Tuesday after next. The Tuesday after next. That means not next Tuesday, the one after, in 2 weeks' time, yeah? So lovely is also a way to say, great, we have agreed on a time, date, and place for a meeting, yeah? That's also when we use lovely. Let's take it out of the work context. Let's say that you want to arrange just to hang out, you know, at a cafe, at a restaurant with friends maybe, and you have finally agreed on a time, a place, a date. Again, you start with lovely, I'll see you there. Lovely, I'll call you as I set off. I'll call you as I set off. Just as I'm about to leave the house, I'll call you just to let you know that I'm going there, for example. Lovely. Lovely. So that's how we also show that finally we have agreed on a time, place and date for a meeting. This could be a meeting for work. It could just be a get together, just to hang out and have a coffee together or something. Is everybody okay so far? I want to come back to the group, make sure everyone's okay so far. So far we've had lovely. Hi, lovely. How are you? Hi, lovely. How's your day been? It's usually ladies who say this. If a woman says this to you and you are a guy, you're a man, obviously you just answer, yeah, I'm great, thanks. How are you? Yeah. Usually, if a man wants to say it, a man will usually say it to a lady. A man usually doesn't say it to another man, usually, unless obviously they're from the gay community. Okay, we also use lovely for experiences. Yeah, thumbs up, fantastic. We use lovely to say thank you, and just now we use lovely to say finally we've agreed on a time, date and place for a meeting or to get together. Very good. Okay, it's very easy for me. Lovely, great. Okay, interesting, lovely. Interesting, lovely. So someone's just commented saying that my teaching is interesting, and I'm saying thank you. Lovely, thank you. Okay, very good. The last one is one of my favorites, okay? And I'm going to tell you why. I'm just going to turn the comments off. The last one is sarcastic. Sarcastic. Now, if you are familiar with the British culture, you will know we are huge on sarcasm. Sarcasm is usually when we make a joke about something. But when we make a joke about something, our face is very serious. We don't laugh or smile. Usually we speak and our face is very neutral. Neutral, yeah? It's not very happy, it's not very sad, it's very neutral, our face. And usually our voice is not very loud. It's very neutral. Our voice, our facial expression are very neutral, but we are saying a joke. We are joking about something, making fun of something. That is how you can be sarcastic. And we're usually sarcastic about negative things. For example, let's say it's, what time is it now? Let's say it's almost 7:30. It's going on 7:30. It's going on 7:30 right now in the UK. And let's say I was planning on going for a walk after my live session has ended. I'm looking outside and I can see very grey clouds, and I know that we've got rain on the cards. I'm going to write this down. We've got rain on the cards. We've got rain on the cards. That means that's going to happen. That's something that is going to happen in the future. On the cards, on the cards. We've got rain on the cards. I can see it's going to start raining. And I was excited about going out and having a walk. I'm not happy now that it's going to start raining. So I can be sarcastic and I will say, lovely. Lovely. Can you see? I'm not raising my voice. My face is very neutral. Lovely. Yay. Lovely. That's sarcasm. That's sarcasm. If you live in the UK, if you pay attention, you will see lots and lots and lots of Brits use sarcasm a lot, especially about negative things. Another one. Let's say, for example, you've got on a plane, you've got on a bus, you've got on a train maybe, and as soon as you sit down, you've got a long journey ahead. As soon as you sit down, you can either smell, a dirty nappy, maybe from a baby somewhere, or you can hear the crying and the screaming of babies and children, and you say, oh, lovely. Yeah, that's very sarcastic. It's not lovely. You're not happy. In fact, the opposite. You're like, oh my God, why did this have to happen? That horrible smell of a nappy, or, you know, oh, this kid from the back seat is going to be screaming in my ear for the next 10 hours on this plane. Lovely. That is sarcasm. That is sarcasm. Lovely is one of the most popular words we use when we want to be sarcastic. The last one. Let's say, for instance, you've gone to a party, for example. You've gone to a party, you've gone to an event. There's someone that you don't like. Maybe you've had some kind of a very strong disagreement with that person. You just have problems, you have issues with that person. And you get to the event and, oh, that person is there as well. Lovely, lovely. Deep down, you're not really happy that that person is there, but you say lovely, and that is sarcasm. People around you, native speakers, will quickly pick up that you're being sarcastic. Okay, we don't say, oh my God, that person is here. Oh, I'm going to leave. We don't say anything like this. We just say, ah, is she here as well? Right, lovely. Oh, is he here as well? Okay, lovely. You know, the face says all of it. It's very neutral. We don't raise our voice. We just say lovely. Lovely is one of the most popular words that we use in the English language. As you can see, it has lots of functions, has lots of meanings. We use it a lot. So next time you want to use the word lovely, just be careful that you're using it in the correct place, that you're using it at the right time in the correct place. If there's something else you want to say, you might be able to switch it with lovely, lovely. Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you have this in Farsi as well. Yeah. Very good. Thank you, Zari. Very kind of you. Very interesting. Okay. MKH7 گل بود به سبزه هم آراسته شد. I'm not sure. I'm so sorry. I don't know what that means. Would you kindly let me know what it means, please? گل بود به سبزه هم آراسته شد. I can guess. Ham, it means something extra. آراسته, I think it means like to decorate something, to make it pretty, if I'm not mistaken. So does that idiom mean it was good, it became better? Is that right? Did I understand that correctly? I hope. Poker face, yeah, neutral, absolutely, when your face is neutral. Thank you very much. When it rains it pours, yes, that's a saying that we have. بدتر شد, is that right? گل بود به سبزه نیز آراسته شد, اینم طعنه است, هم جای مثبت هم جای منفی. Okay, right. So I've decided to take the half full of the glass, right? So I've taken the positive side of it. It's sarcastic. Okay. گل بود به سبزه نیز آراسته شد. So یعنی دیگه از این بدتر نمیشه. Right. Oh wow. I was miles off. That means چقدر من اشتباه کردم. چقدر اشتباه برداشت کردم. چقدر اشتباه کردم. I was miles off. I was miles off. If we say I was miles away, that means I wasn't listening to you. I'm sorry. Could you repeat, please? I was thinking of something else. I was miles away. If I say I was miles off, that means I made a big mistake. I understood completely wrong. I was miles off. So I understood completely wrong. So I think what this means is it was a flower. It was good, but then it got weeds, like alafehars, weeds, and it turned bad, something like that. I don't know. Mania manfi dare. Okay. Well, thank you to that lady who gave me that comment anyway. At least I learned something from it. Thank you very much. Okay. I was miles off. Yes, I was miles off. I went to Sunday market today. It was lovely, very good. So hopefully you found something, or maybe it was just a good experience for you. Very good. Dear Layla, you usually use lovely during your talk, but of course not in a sarcastic way. Yes, so if I've said something and usually at the end of my conversation, at the end of my sentence, that is when I use lovely as a filler, just to fill in the gap, just to fill in the pause, fill in the time. And if you're thinking of doing a speaking listening test, lovely is a very good word that you can just use instead of saying lovely is a very good filler that you can use just to fill in a little gap or pause in your speaking. We use lovely as well. Okay. عالی شد هم میگن به تنه. Okay. I was miles off. Yes. Okay. Very good. Lovely. Okay. So I'm using lovely to signal the end of the lesson, and I usually do that in a lot of my lessons. If you've taken any of my courses, right at the end you will hear I say lovely, and that to me signals the end of the lesson, just like right now. Okay. Very good. So thank you. Excuse me. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know these days are very difficult days for lots of people. The world is definitely watching, and I just wanted to take you out of that whole world of anxiety and stress just for a few minutes, just to give everybody a bit of a breather, just to give everybody a bit of a break from the normal politics that we go through. So thank you for being with me for the past half an hour. This lesson is being recorded as we speak. I will save it and I will put it on YouTube. As soon as it's ready to watch, I will share the link with you on my Instagram page in the story. All of my Instagram lives, I save them. If you go on my Instagram page, in one of the highlights, you will see it says live, and the very first one is a picture of Amazon. I think it's orange. It's a picture of Amazon. If you go on there, you'll see all the lives have been saved. The links have been saved. If there's a specific Instagram live that you're interested in watching, then you can find it there, or you can go straight to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I hope to see you again next Sunday. Take care, everybody, and let's just pray for peace. Let's just pray for peace for everybody. Okay, thank you. Good night.